Let's start with the accessories that come with the Pfaff Creative 1.5 sewing machine. Now I just opened it out of the box and plugged it in. When I turned it on, the needle is down in the machine, and it says raise the needle and then touch OK. So first off, I'm going to take off these little parts, bring my needle up by, let's just do it by hand here, and then touch OK. Everything will kind of finish resetting, and I can lift up the presser foot. That's going to be inside here when I lift it. And where are the accessories when the machine comes to you? They're in the front accessory opening. So this part comes off. You do have a free arm with this machine, and there's a place in the back where you can also put and store accessories. So let's see what comes with this machine. I do know that it is well packed, and we're going to go through every single one of these accessories so you know what they're used for. First off, your USB stick comes in the little pink bag that is specific for this machine, so keep it handy, and as you put designs on the USB stick to use on the side of your machine, just clear off the ones when you're done and reload them with your new designs. But for right now, I'm going to put that in the back since we don't need that right away. Another item that can easily fit in the back is actually the buttonhole foot. So this buttonhole foot is actually quite awesome, where you can actually put your button right here in the back, make it the size you want, and then the machine will do the whole buttonhole for you from start to finish, and you don't even have to think about what size the button is. All right, I'm going to just kind of open these all up. Now for bobbins, let's talk bobbins here. We're going to get into our next video, which will show you how to wind your bobbin and get everything threaded correctly. So these bobbins are actually very generic bobbins. So you do want to, I mean, your Pfaff store is going to have them, but these are considered a class 15 plastic bobbin. And so this is not something you want to mix and match from other machines unless you know you have that same exact bobbin size. Just because it's plastic doesn't mean that it's low quality. It just means that this machine is set for the lighter weight bobbin for the tension. So there's 4 bobbins with the machine, but there's also one in the machine when it comes to you. This is your embroidery foot. You can also use it for free motion quilting, so watch for that video also. And it screws on and attaches to the side. We also have a multi-purpose tool. I always love when I see this in with machines. It will help get up and over jeans. It will also assist for putting your needle in and out, meaning you can drop a needle in this hole, lift it up, and then easily tighten the screw. And then also for sewing buttons on, you can get that little extra shank of thread when you're actually buttoning something to that button, and that's just a nice tool to have. You do have a screwdriver that's short. This can help for taking your needle in and out, and also for loosening the screws on the throat plate. So keep that handy. The next one I have in my hand is actually foot number 4. That's a zipper foot, and it is designed to work with your dual feed, so make sure that those 3 little points are always pointing to the back. I have seen people put this on backwards and try to sew. It doesn't work so well, but it definitely, as long as you can see the number on it, you've done it correctly. You do have spool caps that come with this machine. So your spool caps are larger for a larger end spool, like we're about ready to thread up with. But if you have some smaller end spools, then you have the smaller caps. Plus, you do have a vertical spool pin, and you can even use it with a felt pad here. That's going to attach right up here on the top. This will fit right here on the top of the machine and allow you to use it with a vertical spool pin. You can also put that larger spool cap down first, then the felt pad, and then also work it from there too. All right, so lots of options depending on what kind of thread you're using. You do have a seam guide, so that can easily slide into the back of the foot and be adjusted to any part of a longer seam that you want to do. A seam ripper is included. Always nice to have an extra one. A screwdriver, a longer version. A cleaning brush, because yes, we do want to clean this machine out. And then let's do the next 4 feet here. The next one I picked up is foot number 3. This is your overlock foot or your blind hem foot. So we'll be using it for quite a few different things in with this machine. another buttonhole foot. This is a manual buttonhole foot. So this will let you do a buttonhole that's longer than that white foot that I just showed you. So if you needed a buttonhole that's this big, that's the foot that you want to use for it. Your machine will actually tell you which foot to use for which stitch. So just make sure that if it says to use the 2A foot, this is the one you're reaching for. Notice it does not have the cutout for the dual feed like your other feet do. So you do have to watch if the cutout is there, pull the dual feed down or the IDT down. And if it's not there, you need to make sure it's disengaged. This foot is set up for more of your decorative stitches. You can see with the big opening on the underneath side, those heavily stitched stitches will not pile up and will easily continue to form out the back side. Foot number 1A, also of that same caliber where the cutout is back here, but with the IDT feature. You do have a thread net if there's any time where your thread is drooping, falling off the spool of thread. Slide the thread net over the top of it, it'll kind of keep it contained as you're using it. Plus, we have a variety pack of needles from some universal needles, a stretch needle, jeans, and an embroidery needle to get you started. Obviously, you need to go buy some embroidery needles because I bet that's probably why you bought this machine. Get out there, get some embroidery needles. They come in 75s or 90s, and you'll love to have those extra ones. All right, so those are the basic accessories. We can close everything up. We'll fit into that little front container, keep it accessible and easy to reach for as you start to sew.